So Shreya, I'm from Kashmir, and there's an old saying by Amir Khusro poet. It said, "Agar bar ruhe zameen ast, hameen asto, hameen asto, hameen ast," which literally translates to, if there's a paradise on earth, here it is, here it is, here it is. It was said for Kashmir, but I'm from Kashmir and I'm here, and let me walk you to my paradise. So, School for European Pastry, Gurugram.
So this is still under construction?
No, it's not under construction, but finishing stages. Next 3-4 days, we'll have everything set up. We are putting the wallpapers up. This is where the reception area is, and there's going to be a huge LCD screen.
Where does it, like I see a European touch here, a Roman touch here. Where does the inspiration come from?
So I think inspiration comes from the word itself, School for European Pastry. Okay. Because we are not only teaching European pastry, we are also teaching pastries maybe from Middle East and maybe even Indian sweets and all.
Right.
But I think to blend with School for European Pastry, I think the whole theme should be such that when you walk in and you think, my God, I'm somewhere in Paris.
Right.
So if you see all these wallpapers, they have been designed specifically and printed for us. So it is not something that we picked off the market.
Okay.
They were all designed, conceptualized for the thematic.
Step.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is where the our reception area will be. This will be the Hall of Fame because Bombay, a lot of chefs visit us from all across the world. We had Chef Frank Hassanuth, Ewald Notter, very, very popular names in bakery pastry. So the black and white images of all chefs will go on this Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Okay.
Yeah. And here we are still thinking what to do. I had in mind to, maybe have chef hand imprints.
Oh, lovely.
On a terracotta or something, we'll see.
Right.
So there's a fountain, which is very, very peaceful when it is on.
So this is the ground floor of
School for European Pastry.
School for European Pastry, where there will be the reception and everything.
And this is only admin office.
And what about the classes?
So the
should we say the kitchens?
So the kitchens, we have 2 pastry kitchens. One is in the basement, one is on the first floor. And we have second and third floor, which is culinary.
Culinary.
Yes. And we have an open terrace.
Should we take a look?
Yes, why not? Please, let's go.
Hello and welcome to ThePrint. What you can see here is a 3-set baking oven with a market price of over 1 CR. These ovens are used to bake artisanal breads. But let me tell you, we are not in France, we are in Gurugram. This is School of European Pastry and Culinary Arts, and today I'm joined by CEP Director, Chef Bali.
Hello, how are you?
Hello Chef, how are you?
Very well. You're standing against one of the most awesome and amazing bread equipment, I would say.
Okay.
That's a proofing cabinet, which can be programmed for 48 hours. So the breads can actually go under freezing process, thaw, proof, and ready to bake.
Right.
That's a convection oven. And this one is a deck oven.
Deck oven.
So all these ovens have been imported all the way from Spain. Now, the speciality of these deck ovens is that it has got this special stone on which the bread can be placed directly.
Okay.
So all those sourdough breads, the artisanal bread that you see, are always baked on the hearth of the oven.
Okay.
This is called the hearth, right? And you get a really crusty loaf of bread. So this is for our students to experience the first-hand, good quality European bread right here in the heart of Gurugram.
CEP not just trains budding chefs, but also intends to revolutionize India's culinary education landscape, which is a niche domain with a handful of prominent players like Symbiosis School of Culinary Arts, Indian Institute of Hotel Management and Culinary Arts, Institute of Hotel Management under Taj Group, and the Oberoi Center of Learning and Development. Despite these institutions, many aspiring chefs flock abroad to pursue their culinary or pastry degree, fueling the question, where is India falling short? The cracks in the system are hard to ignore, from outdated infrastructure to the glaring shortage of trained educators. The culinary education system is a mere shadow compared to its counterparts in Europe or the UK. Now, CEP is on a mission to bridge the gap. With 2 outlets in Mumbai and 1 in Gurugram, they cater to everyone from 16 to 70-year-olds. Famous for its pastry and baking courses, the new Gurugram branch, spread across 4 floors with a total carpet area of 20,000 square feet, takes it up a notch by introducing culinary arts. They offer an array of programs, often tailor-made. Even industry giants like Taj and Oberoi are sending their chefs for training here. Inside the culinary kitchen called Ratatouille, Chef Bali approaches the iCombi oven, flips the switch, and walks away. No fiddling with knobs, no manual settings. Instead, he casually pulls out his iPhone, taps a few options on an app, and the oven springs into action, initiating its own self cleaning cycle like magic.
This is a Rational brand. It comes from Germany. So this is one of the most sophisticated equipment. Our kitchens are more towards, every kitchen looks like a show kitchen here. But apart from that, we want the student, when they go into the hotels, they should not feel out of place. So that's why we have a lot of professional equipment where even some of the hotels don't have it, let me tell you.
Okay.
So this is a machine called as a buffalo chopper.
Buffalo chop.
Yeah, we don't chop buffaloes in it. Probably it was invented in Buffalo in the US. And this is for mincing meats, vegetables, etc. And if you see, there's also a thermometer probe.
Right.
Because many times when you make sausages and something, you also have to put ice to maintain a certain
To maintain
temperature.
a certain temperature.
So
So this is for mincing meat, vegetables,
Correct.
sausages, and everything.
It's also called as a bowl cutter.
Bowl cutter.
So that's a slicing machine. I mean, you can slice meats, you can slice cold cuts.
Okay.
That's a vacuum pack machine.
Okay.
So vacuum pack machine in the modern scenario goes in with a cooking method called sous vide, where you put a vegetable or a meat into a poly bag and you vacuum seal it, and then it goes into the pot of water where you put a sous vide machine, a thermocirculator, which maintains the temperature at a certain thing. So you can cook meats at maybe 62 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. So that equipment is called the salamander.
Okay.
It is basically top radiated heat. So you have to gratinate something. Let's say you have a pasta with cheese around and you put it under this, the cheese will melt. So there's no heating from the bottom, but there's a radiated heat on top.
So you don't use oven like usually traditionally people put it in the oven or put it in the microwave.
Oven, the heat will be from all sides.
Right.
But
and
if
we
I
don't
just want
that.
something to grill on top,
Okay.
then I would use this. And if you see, probably in hotels or other kitchens, there'll be one in one whole kitchen.
Yeah.
We have one in 4 different locations for students.
So 4 in the kitchen.
Yes, 4 in this kitchen.
Okay.
Now that's a dough mixer. And again, sophisticated machine, KitchenAid.
Yeah.
But each table has one kitchen. We also have a tandoor because we are going to have Indian, we'll be teaching Indian. So this is a gas-fired tandoor. We'll be teaching how to make kebabs, naan, lacha parathas, everything.
Talking about the pastry and the baking course, there are so many things. There's sourdough bread, chocolate, tempering chocolate, sugar work, and so on. I mean, the list is umpteen. Talking about the culinary, wing of CEP that you are, sort of starting at CEP, Gurgaon. What are the various cuisines you are looking forward to teaching students?
So we are teaching basics of cooking, right? And even to the advanced level. When I say basics of cooking, which means that we are teaching them all the methods of cooking. We teach them right from a blanching to poaching to boiling to grilling to roasting to braising, to sauteing, to pan frying and deep frying. Now, in these processes, there are multiple cuisines that come through. I can fry a pakoda, and yet I can fry a pané l'anglaise fish from France, but the frying technique. So what we teach them is how to fry. You could also have a stew, like an Indian stew, like a curry, let's say like a butter chicken, which is roasted in tandoor and then cooked in the gravy, to a very sophisticated poulet sauté cacciatore from Italy, where we do the similar method of braising the chicken in the tomatoes and the olives and the basil.
And then grilling.
Yeah. So, of course, how our module works towards is that, first we get into knife skills, how to sharpen a knife, how to cut a vegetable, how to slice a vegetable, how to shred. Then we get into making stocks, combining all that vegetables cut into pot of water and make different types of stock. How a veg stock or a chicken stock or a lamb stock. Once we are done with that, then we go on to soups. Because you have stocks ready, so you get into soups.
Yeah.
You know how to cut vegetables, now we get into salads. So we cover a range of soups, we cover a range of salads.
Right.
Then we go into egg cookery. Then we go pastas and risottos. Then we'll go with the traditional chicken preparations, lamb preparations, seafood preparations. Then we'll go to the breakfast. Then we'll touch base on Indian.
How is this cooking style? I mean, not cooking style. I would rather say, how is this teaching style different from other culinary schools? Do they have a different curriculum? And did you, all 3-4 of you, design this curriculum like we're going to teach students a certain way?
Yeah, I think, if I look at the bone is the same. It's just how you put the meat on the bone. I think that is different. So I think that bone is the foundation of cooking. So I think every culinary college teaches you how to sharpen a knife, how to cut a vegetable.
Yeah.
Maybe in our case, the vegetables could be more exotic as well. I mean, I will also show you how to peel 3 different types of asparagus. One Peruvian asparagus, one Indian asparagus, maybe a white asparagus.
So I'm so sorry to cut you, but where would you get these ingredients from at a regular level? If you're trying to, if you're trying to run a culinary school, you need the availability of these ingredients on a regular basis.
So we have
How is it
access
that you-
to the best of the suppliers, I would say.
How come?
In the market, because one of our partners in the business, he's the largest importer of commodities all across the world into India,
Okay.
right? So whatever we need under the sun, it's a call away. That can be flown in from different parts of the world at our
Okay.
doorstep. So that way, I think we are very blessed and lucky because we have no dearth of ingredients. But each chef is talking about sustainability, growing local. So whilst here in Gurugram, we will explore to go to the farms, meet the farmers, kind of take some fresh organic produce from the farmers. Also make it a student activity by taking the students over to their farm, learning on a day how to, grow your ingredients and how to grow food. So I think, yeah, I think it's totally because we are going to follow the sustainability development goals set by United Nations about, hunger free, sustainability, all that will be implemented as well here.
Right.
So we want to train the student for the future. I mean, that is how we look at it. And I think our mission vision is very clear. Our vision is to have the best culinary school in the world. And mission is really to give the most quality education to the student and really do worth to the money that he is, spending here.
Spending
with us.
here.
Yeah.
State-of-the-art equipment is one of the 3 pillars that forms SEP's recipe for success. The other 2 being premium quality ingredients and world-class culinary educators. Step into the baking and pastry making area, the air seems laced with chocolate. Here, 25 trainee chefs from OCLD are split into teams of 3 and 4, each focused on crafting chocolate masterpieces. They tempered chocolate with precision, finessed sugar into art, and perfect pralines, confections, and ganaches. All part of Chef Anil's 2-day corporate pastry training program.
Hi, my name is Jaskrit and I'm a budding chef. It's been quite a while I have joined SEP to enhance my culinary knowledge and chocolate knowledge. I feel overall the program has been a very big help to me because my knowledge, like the horizon of my knowledge has really expanded. I have learned a lot, and trust me when I say this, learning from chefs like Chef Parvinder Singh Bali, Chef Anil Rohira is a different experience altogether. And we use the finest products here and we get exposed to the finest techniques. So in short, we are learning to be the best, and that's how everyone should be. And I'm really proud and glad that I'm a part of SEP and learning to become the best.
Hi, my name is Varun. I'm from Nagpur. So I joined SAP in March batch, that is batch 16. So I've seen the transformation journey of myself. I was not from baking background. I was a total fresher when I came, but I've seen from not knowing a zest to making pralines to making everything.
Hi, my name is Kajal and I currently work with a brand of hotel groups. And prior to joining SEP, you tend to work, but you don't tend to work the right way. So what SEP gave me was the confidence to learn and work the right way, to do things the way they're supposed to be done, to work with the most premium ingredients, and to have that know-how and to be able to manipulate your ingredients the way you want them to. It gives you a sense of confidence and a sense of achievement in a way where you conduct yourself much more professionally in terms of technique, in terms of hygiene, and also in terms of knowledge, which I think are the 3 most important things for a chef. The co-founders, Chef Anil Rohira, Chef Vikas, and Chef Bali, I think those are the best mentors that one could ask for if you want to pursue your career in pastry. And your learning does not just stop once you stop your program at SEP. They hold your hand throughout your life and they give you the wings to achieve whatever you want. So please join SEP. It's one of the best places to go in the country.
As the trainee chefs walk into the display room with their masterpieces, the commotion is in full swing. Chef Anil picks a corner which gives him a clear view of the scene.
Chef, it's been 8 years since you started SEP Bombay. It's your baby, and now coming to Gurgaon. What is your intention, objective?
The idea of moving to Gurugram purely is, first of all, you're almost close to the nation's capital, and then to diversify into the culinary side, because we've been doing pastry for 8 years. And then we meet this amazing gentleman, Chef Bali, and then we decided that we should come together and do something on the culinary side as well as the baking side. So Gurugram is the best hub for doing that.
You had your class today with this bunch of students. How did it go? And what exactly did they make?
So the idea of the last 2 days has been that to give the OCLD students an exposure to advanced chocolate, because they've already trained very well on the basic side. And so we zeroed in on pralines and confections. So we focus on how to use the apt use of chocolate, fruits, nuts, and also how to use chocolate as an aesthetic medium, because it's always used in as an ingredient or by itself.
Yeah.
So the idea of using chocolate in its diversity, one is in confections and pralines, and on the artistic side.
So it was a two-day
workshop.
workshop. What did the students make? A quick walkthrough.
So we started, see, the idea is not just to make something, but to get back into the very foundation. Everything starts from the basics. So how do you handle chocolate, the process and the science of tempering. Then we went into gianduyas, which is in a sense a mixture of sugar, nut and chocolate. So that's one step away from chocolate. And then we moved into ganaches. Then when we talk of ganaches, you're talking of the diversity with using different flavor profiles, different ingredient orientation on the dairy side, as well as some modern uses of sugars, different sugars. And how do you retain moisture or freshness in your pralines and extend shelf life? So we did go into the discussion of water activity and its efforts on
Okay, so we have a range of chocolates here.
Yeah. So you see, we've got some gianduyas, like you see that the classical hazelnut orange gianduya. You have it in the cut form. You also have it in the form there, which is more trending. This size. So that's the classical way of enrobing, and that's the new way of presenting identically the classics.
Right.
Here we have a pistachio caramelized pistachio gianduya, which is again a classic, but we present it in a milk chocolate form. So hazelnut and dark chocolate is a good combination. Pistachio is a little bit more milder, more delicate in flavor profile. We've combined it with milk chocolate there. And this is all classical Swiss chocolate too.
Chef, you have been in the industry for over 30 years. Not just the restaurant business or the food business, you have also seen the culinary school landscape of India up close for a very long period of time. Where does India stand when it in terms of other countries? Where does the culinary landscape of India stand?
I think we are getting there, but I think still there's a long way to go. And I think we are glad that SEP will be creating benchmarks for the other culinary institutes in the country to wake up, smell the coffee, and change the way they're looking at things, which is very important, I think. And I'm not just boasting about the new facility that we have, but I think every student has the right to good quality ingredients, good equipment, which of course is infrastructure. But I think what is in our hands is the quality culinary educators.
Since CEP is a school, we spend a lot more time in the R&D phase. What is new, what is trending, what is happening around the world. Example of that would be the kunafa or the Dubai chocolate here. It's very trending. So we put in a lot of energy to figure out a good combination with the ingredients to present it in our style.
Right.
So we have a very diverse pool of expertise from chefs from different parts of the country, even the world, coming together, and then they share their knowledge, and we create a very strong knowledge base which we pass on to the students, which unfortunately the hotels don't have a chance to do that.
For an aspiring chef, training abroad after paying hefty sums offers not just exposure but also unparalleled guidance, something domestic institutions struggle to deliver. Shortage of culinary educators plays a significant role in holding back India's culinary school prowess.
So if I'm a very good surgeon, I'm awesome at performing surgeries. Not necessarily that I'll be able to teach medical students how to perform a surgery. I might be a great painter like Van Gogh, but I might not have an ability to transfer that art on a canvas to a student, because the chef is thinking from his mindset, his creativity, and he's able to create a lot of plates, do wonderful food. Like you said, there is no dearth of great chefs in the country. But when it comes to teaching, it requires a different set of skills when you teach a culinary education. You have to be very patient. You have to actually step into the student's shoes and see how they are perceiving at things. Most of the chefs, when they start cooking with the student, they are thinking from their autopilot, their kinesthetic sense, because that is what they've been trying. That's how they've learned it. That's how they do every day. But to sit back and see how is the student perceiving this thing, that is a skill, that is an art that you need to develop by working long time with culinary schools and students to understand that.
Okay.
So I think that is where we lack. We have great chefs, but if you if you interview around and ask chefs, they will be, I'm not joking, 70% of the chefs will say no to join as a culinary instructor somewhere because they're so intimidated by this whole thing that, oh, I cannot stand in front of class and teach 40 people how to cook this.
A 6-month bakery course at CEP costs around 5.75 lakhs plus 18% GST. Even personal masterclasses can be steep. Learning the art of sourdough bread, for example, costs around 35 to 40,000. The prices, of course, varies based on how many breads you want to master and which CEP chef leads the session. Enrolling at the Indian Institute of Hotel Management and Culinary Arts or the Institute of Hotel Management under Taj Group ensures a degree, placement opportunities, and often a job as well. In contrast, CEP offers only a certification, a factor that makes some think twice about its value. But Chef Bali dismisses the degree over certification mindset.
Chef, let's talk about the other culinary schools, prominent culinary schools.
Yes.
They provide degree.
Mm-hmm.
CEP provides certification.
Yeah.
When you compare the two,
Right.
where does CEP stand? Is it at par with a certificate provided by one of the top culinary schools of India?
So if you ask me very honestly, I think it is just as Asian market. I would typically say more of India, where we are so focused on a degree, credentials. But whereas, you are entering into a form of culinary arts, which is all about skills. And we give hands-on skills, right? Now, if a person has to become a chef, open his own cafe, open his own iCloud kitchen, he needs to have the skill in the hand. There are 3 things required for any successful chef in the world: an attitude, a skill, and a knowledge. So we give you skill here, we give you knowledge here. And the attitude is not the air about you, but the attitude is about attitude towards work ethics, attitude towards an ingredient, attitude towards health, hygiene, safety.
Right.
So all these 3 things, attitude, skills, and knowledge, are taught at SAP Gurugram. And I think those are one of the most important things.
CEP Gurugram is yet to roll out its marketing campaign and officially open registration, with a few finishing touches still being added to the reception area. Yet, students are already signing up. The team remains optimistic and confident that Gurugram will mirror the success of their Mumbai branches. Plans for expansion, including taking CEP to international shores, are on the cards.
With state-of-the-art equipments, quality ingredients, and culinary educators, this is how CEP is aiming to change the culinary landscape of India, which currently is in a pretty bad shape. Thank you for watching and follow for more.